Hi, let's talk about low angles. Okay, I don't think I can vlog like this. I'm about to put this guy on a tripod, but did you see me? I felt like I was Smaug from The Hobbit. Okay, Sid, you're getting old. You're getting old. Okay, sorry, I lied. I had to take this back into the studio because audio in that parking garage is terrible. So today we're gonna talk about low angles, how to shoot them, and why I think they're important. I don't think they're talked about often enough, and I think they should be because they provide such a unique perspective when it comes to storytelling. Typically, when you film anything, whether it's a narrative piece or a documentary or even a vlog like this, your camera is usually set at eye level. It's a perspective that people are used to, whether they're seeing things eye level through cinema or even in real life. That's why you see a lot of things filmed at eye level. High angles, however, provide an interesting perspective. That's when the camera is placed higher, looking down at a subject or a scene, and it also has this effect where it makes subjects in that scene seem smaller than they really are. Just like in real life when you're looking down at the ground or at the grass or at some bugs. I don't know why I thought of bugs. Probably because I have to mow the lawn today. But when you're looking down at something, your brain tells you that whatever you're looking at is smaller than you are. It's actually a pretty cool storytelling technique that hints that there's something above the characters in the scene. For example, in all the Superman movies, whenever the characters in those movies look up into the sky, the cameras are usually placed at a higher angle looking down to give a perspective that there's something above them. It's a really cool dynamic too, as the eyes of the characters are looking up as the camera is facing down. You get this whoosh dynamic action going on. And then there's low angles, which is my absolute favorite. Now, low angle shots are quite unique because they give this illusion that makes the world you see larger than life. Just like in real life, when you're looking at a tall building, your brain automatically tells you that this object is huge. When you place the camera closer to the ground looking up, it not only provides this larger than life perspective, but you actually signify some sort of importance of whatever you're filming, whether you're filming a subject or the scene itself. Now, low angle shots don't necessarily have to be closer to the ground looking up. You can just actually hold the camera lower than eye level and just looking up at your subject. For example, here's a shot of my wife where I place the camera on a gimbal and I would simply orbit around her face at eye level. Now, here's a shot again, but this time at a lower angle, and notice the difference between the two perspectives. In my opinion, both these angles are good and they are both usable to tell a story. However, the lower angle shot signifies more importance to the character versus at eye level, and also shows how big the environment that character is in. And now here's a few more examples of footage shot at eye level versus at a lower angle. So I recently went to South by Southwest, and it's this huge conference where tens of thousands of people are there. So I thought it'd be a good event to test these kind of shots and also film with my gimbal. My entire camera setup was the Sony a6500, the Sigma 16mm 1.4, and the gimbal that I use was the Zhiyun Weebill Lab, which I think is the perfect gimbal for low angle shots. The really cool thing about the Weebill Lab is that it has this feature called underslung mode, where you take the mini tripod and move it from the bottom of the gimbal to the back end of the gimbal and operate it in underslung mode. This is such an easier way to get low angle gimbal shots because you can just simply hold it in underslung mode and walk around to get those low angle shots. The Weebill Lab also has a joystick, so you can actually tilt the camera up a little bit to get those low angle shots. Pro tip, don't angle the camera up so high where you see just the sky or the ceiling of whatever you're filming. You want to tilt the camera up just a little bit, just a skosh. Okay, let's take it up another level. Now, while it's great to get those smooth gimbal shots, whether it's at eye level, high angle, or even at a low angle, when you add dynamics into the scene, it makes for a more interesting shot. For example, here is a low angle shot of me walking through the convention. It's a very simple shot where I'm just simply walking in a straight line. Now, when I was filming, I was looking around to see who was walking behind me, who was about to walk in front of me. So I timed it out where I was doing that same shot, but as I was walking, the people behind me started to enter the scene while the people in front of me started walking past. And it's that opposing motion that really makes a scene more dynamic and really more interesting to watch. So for this shot, I did the same exact thing, but this time I added a bit of motion towards the end. So I begin the shot by walking, here are people entering, here are people leaving the scene, and now towards the end of the shot, I pivot the gimbal so now that the focus is on the sign. I just think when you do a shot like that, it just adds more dynamics into the scene, making it much more interesting to watch. So there you go, that is how you shoot low angle shots, specifically how you shoot low angle shots with a gimbal. Definitely try this on your next shoot. I mean, don't be afraid to experiment with different angles. I mean, I know for me, the more I experiment, the more ideas that pop up, which often lead to a better story. So shoot your scenes and try different perspectives because you'll never know what you end up making. Anyway, that was it. Hopefully that was helpful to you. If you guys are interested in the gear setup that I mentioned, then I'll make sure to put the links in the description below. Also, send me what you shoot. If you do end up shooting low angle shots, then send me links. I'll check out your stuff, even give you a shout out. Anyway, gotta go. Thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe if you haven't, Instagram, Twitter, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!